beautiful.
I'm a sadistic, cowardly, arrogant, egotistical, and hypocritical person.
Yennefer threw a powerful fire spell into the portal.
𝓑𝓮𝓬𝓪𝓯.
Ciri narrowly escaped him by jumping down onto a bridge.
I'm a Nilfgaardian colonel and a member of the Imperial Secret Service.
Get out of here before I turn you into a pancake.
Skellen and his gang threw milk and flour on the invisible man. Roach, let's go! Whee!
The iron, Mr. Bragdon. You ought to play the lottery, Rience.
Skellen and 𝓑𝓏 greeted each other. During their conversation, Rience revealed to Skellen that there was a traitor among his men, working for 𝓑𝓮. The traitor was revealed to be 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰, as you know in my 𝓑𝓏 video. Okay. Rience approached Ciri.
Your guardian, the hag Yennefer, once crossed my path. When she fell into my hands, I, Rience, taught her pain. With these hands, with these fingers. And I made her a promise that if you fell into my hands, princess, that you would also learn the same pain. With these hands, with these fingers.
Risky. Very risky, Mr. Rience. She is vengeful, and will remember that.
A member of Skellen's gang raised the alarm, and Skellen and 𝓑𝓏 rushed outside with weapons drawn. 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓯 freed Ciri from her bonds and allowed her to escape on 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰. He knocked down Skellen with his horse, then threw himself directly at 𝓑𝓏, holding him to the ground. Rience appeared in the doorway and stared.
Get her! Catch her or kill her!
Skellen yelled while getting up from the ground.
Alive! Alive!
During Ciri's escape, Skellen threw an Orion, his choice of weaponry, at her cheek, leaving a permanent and nasty scar on the left side of Ciri's face. Now you know how she got that scar. If, I mentioned it in my 𝓑𝓏 video, so. A month later, all three men follow Ciri's trail to 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰 near 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰, the Tower of the Swallow. The men attempted to trek on the ice by horseback. However, the horses were too heavy. The men dismounted and began to travel on foot onto the ice. Just as Skellen and his men proceeded, Joanna and several members of his gang retreated from the lake, telling Skellen that they had had enough. A man destined to hang can never drown, Joanna said. But you shouldn't threaten us with the hangman, 𝓘𝓏𝓬𝓪𝓯, because you don't know who is closer to the scaffold, you or us. Skellen's eyes flashed.
You think so? I thought you were wiser, but you're just a foolish woman. With me, you always win. Against me, you lose forever. Just remember that. And if you think I'm done for, realize this. I will still have an opportunity to send you to the scaffold. Do you hear me? I will have them tear the flesh from your bones with red-hot hooks.
You will not force us to chase the girl like dogs, and we will not end up killed like dogs, like 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰 was. Let's go. The only ones to remain were Rience, 𝓑𝓏, Skellen, and 7 members of his gang. They started to walk on the ice and through the dense fog. Bonnar quickly turned around and went back for his horse. Skellen and Rience, however, were too late to realize they were walking into an ambush.
Faster, faster! As long as there is snow on the ice, we can follow her footsteps.
Rience said. Why can't we hear her? Worried one of Skellen's men. Our footsteps resound on the ice. The snow crunches. Why can't we hear her? Rience cut him off.
Because you are prattling. Go on, march!
Stefan suddenly stopped. Stop! Do you hear that? What is that?
I hear nothing.
I also heard, but now it's quiet. Damn, I don't like this. I do not like it.
The tracks! We still see her tracks! Have you no eyes? She goes straight, straight! If she turned aside, we would see it in the tracks. March, quickly! We almost have her. I guarantee we will see.
Rience broke off. 𝓂𝓗 groaned. Skellen cursed. 10 paces in front of them, they saw the tracks disappear.
Did she fly away? Or what?
No, she didn't fly away. Worse. Morse One shook his head. Rience swore vulgarly and pointed at the grooves cut into the ice.
Skates! She will fly like the wind over the ice. We will not catch her. Where the hell is Bonnar? Without horses, we will not catch her.
Skellen slowly unbuttoned his coat, making sure the lines of the Orions were easily accessible.
We will not have to catch her. She will come to us. I'm afraid we won't have to wait long.
Have you lost your mind?
Bonnar knew this and turned around for the horses. He knew the girl was luring us into a trap. Pay attention. Be still. Absolute silence. Or we will not hear.
They heard it. Using the fog and the skates to her advantage, Ciri began to kill Skellen's men one by one. In panic, Skellen threw an Orion at the sound of the skating. He killed 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰, one of his gang members. If their throats weren't cut by Ciri, then they were sobbing and petrified. Scared and angry, Skellen jumped towards Rience. He roared, shaking his shoulders.
Do something, magician. Call your mighty Vilgefortz, or do some magic yourself. Cast a spell, call spirits, summon demons. Do something, anything. You dirty scum, you dung heap. Do something before this ghost kills us all.
Terrified, Rience casted a spell that would cause the ice to break out from underneath the sound of the skating, but his fingers were in the wrong position. This caused the ice to break from underneath of him and Skellen's gang. The majority of the men drowned in the icy water. Skellen managed to catch himself, and 𝓂𝓗 helped him out. Rience wasn't so lucky. He was desperately trying to climb up, hanging onto the ice, up to his armpits. He was trying in vain to get onto the ice. Ciri approached, slowly, blood trickling from her sword. She stood in front of him. Through gnashing teeth, his fingers still clawing at the ice.
Save me, and I'll tell you where Yennefer is. I swear!
Ciri slowly pulled down the scar from her face and smiled. Rience, you were going to teach me pain, weren't you? Do you remember? With those hands, with those fingers, those ones you're holding the ice with? She skated off into the fog and returned at top speed. She rode close along the hole on the ice. Rience cried out. choked on thick, icy water, then disappeared. Next to the icy hole, in a beautifully smooth trail of ice skates, blood was visible. And fingers. 8 fingers. Bonus fact. In the early versions of the Witcher video game, CDPR was going to make Rience as one of the main villains. But after the decision to set the game story after the books, he was no longer an option since he's currently a human popsicle. Next up is Stefan Skellen. What's that see off in the distance? It's 𝓑𝓾𝓂 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰𝓻𝓪𝓶. Excuse me. Whew.
Na zdravie.
So, after Ciri escaped Skellen once again, he, along with Boreas and Bonnart, met with Vilgefortz at 𝓑𝓾𝓂 Castle. There, the men enjoyed a lovely dinner with the lady Yennefer. Skellen travels to 𝓘𝓮𝓬𝓪𝓯 and meets with the Nilfgaardian conspirators. They're quite disappointed with him, but Skellen reassures them that he's still planning on assassinating the Emperor. He told the conspirators that Vilgefortz is the key to achieving their goal. He also gave them the location of 𝓑𝓾𝓂 Castle. What he didn't know was that Geralt was listening in on the conversation in a hidden chamber. He had taken a Witcher contract and, through a series of underground tunnels, did he find a secret room with metal pipes for eavesdropping. Geralt quickly went back to 𝓘𝓮𝓬, packed up the 𝓑𝓮𝓬, and they left for 𝓑𝓾𝓂 Castle to rescue Yennefer and Ciri. When Ciri finally arrived at 𝓑𝓾𝓂 Castle, she was greeted by Skellen and Boreas Munn. Skellen escorted her to Vilgefortz. After conversing with Ciri, Vilgefortz and his men brought her to his laboratory. Just before he could conduct his experiments on Ciri, the 𝓑𝓮𝓬 arrived and the battle began! Vilgefortz ordered Skellen to personally take care of the 𝓑𝓮𝓬.
Do not take this lightly. It seems like you don't understand what threatens us. If someone is attacking the castle, they can only be Emir's people.
While Vilgefortz and Bonnart joined in the defense of the castle, Skellen and his men decided not to partake in the fight. They're not men. They're demons from hell, one of Skellen's men said to him, terrified.
Then, we will not meddle in the conflict between forces of hell. Let the demons fight with demons, sorceresses with sorceresses, and vampires, they can crawl out of their tombs. We won't disturb them. We will stay here quietly and await the outcome of the fight.
At one point, it became too dark to see.
It's dark in here. Get some torches. Move! We need a light to shine on these stairs leading to the exit. Light a fire in those braziers.
But sir, we have no fuel. Skellen wordlessly pointed to the artworks on the wall. The artworks? We are to burn paintings?
Why not? What are you looking at? Art is dead.
After the deaths of Vilgefortz and Bonnart, and my boy Regis, and 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰, and Milva, and Angoulême, Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri made their way down the staircase where Skellen's men were waiting. The trio made their way through Skellen's group with ease. Skellen shouted,
Kill them! Kill!
They were getting closer now.
bows and crossbows. Boreas Moon was supposed to bring crossbows. Where is he?
But Boreas Mun was already quite far away, galloping as far as he could east. Wave after wave of his men charged at Ciri and Geralt. They were all easily cut down, and a pool of blood flowed down the staircase. They were getting closer. All of his men huddled at the bottom of the stairs. None were in a hurry to their death. Panic was setting in.
Men, forward! At them! At once! Follow me!
"Get them yourself," murmured one of his men. Before Skellen and his men attempted another wave of useless attacks, Emperor Ymir and the Impera Brigade arrived at 𝓑𝓾𝓂 Castle. Skellen's men were tied up and led away. An officer approached Skellen. Skellen's face turned to a sheet of paper. Stefan Skellen, I'll see you in court. You'll be sentenced for treason." Stefan Skellen was let out, but his hands were not tied. Back in Nilfgaard, Skellen was declared a traitor, tried and sentenced to hanging in the Millennium Square. Although 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰 tried to ask for mercy from Ymir. Ymir really hates traitors, so there was no wiggle room. Now here's a short clipping from the book during his sentencing. "As a traitor to your homeland of Nilfgaard, you are unworthy to tread upon its grounds. You will be laid on a wooden skid and dragged by horses to Millennium Square. As a traitor to his homeland of Nilfgaard, you are unworthy to breathe the air. You will be hanged by the neck on the gallows between heaven and earth. So you will stay there until you die. Then your body will be cremated and the ashes scattered to the winds on the four sides of the world." Bonus fact: in the Witcher 3 game, during the quest, A Dangerous Game, the rope that was used to hang Stefan Skellen is found among the Nilfgaardian paraphernalia collected by 𝓘𝓷𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓰𝓻𝓪𝓶. Tune in next time for the Battle of Brenna, a very important battle in the books. And with that said, good luck on the path.
Knocky knocky. Oh no! Shit. I forgot to, shit. Oh, fuck, I forgot to do the eggs. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, fuck, I can't. Gonna do it. I want to be on the record. I'm not eating this.
By recruiters of the 𝓘𝓚 Secret Service. 𝓘𝓚? I'm gonna do that again.
Let's travel to Oxenford and the Book of Elves. The Book of Elves. Oh my god. The Book of Elves. Book of Elves. Oh my god, it's a lot of elves. Okay.
Tried. I'm gonna do that again, I just burped. Good luck on your path. Good luck on your path.